there, YouTube. It's Ask Jerry again. Hey, I got contacted by GearBest, and they make all kinds of cool electronic gizmos and kits and electronic supplies and stuff like that. And they said, hey, we would love to send you something and have you evaluate it on your YouTube channel. And I thought, well, that'd be awesome. But what to choose? Well, I've got a lot of friends of mine that have been asking me to learn Arduino, and I keep putting them off and putting them off, so I said, fine. We'll learn to do the Arduino. So they sent me the kit, and we're going to open it up and look at all the different components that are in there. And then we'll do a very simple tutorial to make the LED blink. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this video up with a series of videos, and I'm going to teach you how to do different things with all of the components in here. And you and I will learn how to do Arduinos together. Not only that, but because I'm such a great guy, I figured here's a discount code. So if you order the same kit, and all the details are in the link below, I'll get you a discount. We'll both have the same kit, and we'll learn this thing together. Sound good? All right, let's get started. I know we've all seen the videos where people take the box and they go through everything and they make it really long and it gets kind of boring. I don't want to do that, but I do want to cover a lot of the stuff that's in this kit because there's a lot of really useful stuff in here. We'll start off with the main component, the Arduino. Now this is an Arduino Uno Revision 3, which is a really good little board to learn on. It's got a lot of power to it and it's very easy to program. All we have to do is plug this cable in, plug that into your laptop and load the software. And I'll have a segment in here on how to get the software for it. We've got some other cool things. They really thought the kit out. We've got a battery box, which means that after you've programmed it, if you want to take it with you and show off your friends and everything, you can just power it with this and it'll run without the laptop. Now this device is a breadboard. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with a breadboard, you plug your components into it and then you make your jumpers going to the Arduino. And I've done electronics for years, I mean decades. And I've always used these little pieces of wire and you have a hard time getting them in the hole. Well, these jumpers, they've got me spoiled. Because you plug these in, they go in very, very easy. You can make your connections very simply. They're a really good size to them. And so now I'm totally spoiled, and I actually ended up ordering some more of these just because they're so handy. You've got a lot of things in here. Of course, we're going to start off with making an LED blink. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a whole bunch of LEDs in there, little light-emitting diodes. And they've got the resistors that go with them so that we don't burn them out. Okay, they've got other really cool things. For example, this little guy here is a red, green, blue LED. So this LED can make any color you want just by putting different signals in. And you know, it's already preset, so we can just plug it right into the breadboard like this and wire it up, and it's ready to go. So I'm very excited to play around with that. We've got a variable resistor. That way we can hook it up to the analog to digital and make controls, maybe make it, depending on how you turn it, change the light on the LED. I haven't even decided that yet. We've got little push buttons, and we've got these little tiny speakers because let's face it, if you're going to do something, you got to make noise and annoy your parents or your neighbors or whoever. Everything's got to have blinking lights and little noisemakers. It's got to be done. They've also got some infrared detectors and some light detectors, and we'll get back to that in just a second. But yeah, we've got all kinds of cool things. We've got some little 7-segment displays, and now to run those properly, you need a little chip. They've even included that, a little serial shift interface, and larger display, so we can play around with that. This little one here, it's going to be a lot of fun. You see that? We can make little smiley faces and stuff. I'm really looking forward to playing around with that. But now getting back to these little infrared detectors. Well, what can you do with an infrared detector? Well, this is the cool part. I think this is one of the coolest things in here, is this little guy right here. This, as you push the buttons on here, it has a little infrared emitter, and it sends out these little digital signals. So we can program the Arduino to recognize these digital signals, and we can control things. Like we could set up the multicolor LED, let's say, and when we push the red button, make it go red, or the green button, make it go green. So that's going to be really cool to experiment with. And so this is the kit. It's got all kinds of cool parts, and I want to get started, so let's go. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the Arduino page and go to Downloads. Once you click on Downloads, you're going to be presented with the current version, and you're going to come up with multiple operating systems. Pick the one that best suits you. In this example, I'm just going to assume Windows. We click on that, and what it's going to do is it's going to take you to a place here. So if you want to, you can donate. It's not mandatory, but this is open source software, and it helps them to advance it and add new features. Come down here to contribute and download, or just download if you don't want to make a contribution. Once you do that, you'll be presented with a window to save your work. Go ahead and save the file, and at that point you'll have what you need to install the IDE. Once you're complete with that, we're ready to start. Okay, when you first bring up the Arduino, what you're going to get is a simple screen like this one. This has a place for you to put your program into it. But we are going to use one of the example programs. So go up to File, under Examples, and you'll see that it has Basics. And the first one we want to do is Blink. It's the simplest of the Arduino programs. Click on this, and another screen will pop up. I've got two monitors, so occasionally you're going to see them pop up on some other screen. But anyway, here is what we will have. So this is where your program goes. This is some notes that'll tell you about the person that originally made this one, Scott. And it goes through, and this is the actual program. Now, it's got two sections. It's got a setup. This is stuff that's done once. And you see it says pin mode number 13 is an output. Well, pin number 13 happens to have an LED connected to it. So it's basically saying we're going to assign that to an output so we can send a signal out to it. When we look at this section here, this is a loop, and the loop will run forever and ever and ever until we turn power off. And this loop is very simple. It says to go to this pin number 13, set it high, which is going to put 5 volts on it. Then it's going to wait for 1,000 milliseconds. Now a millisecond is 1,000th of a second, so 1,000 of them is 1 second. Then it's going to write a low, which is going to turn the LED off. It's going to wait another 1 second, and then you see this little curly bracket that tells it to go back to the top of the loop. And the top of the loop is up here, so it will keep going from here to here to here over and over and over again. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that our computer is set up properly. We're going to come over here, and we're going to look for the board. And right now I've got a different kind of a board on here. So I need to come down, and I need to look for an Arduino Uno. And you see we have one right here. That's the kind of board you're going to need. That tells it what to program it for. Then we need to come in here and we need to look at the port. And you see I have COM3 and I have COM10. And COM10 is reporting that there's an Uno attached. So that's the one we want. Once you do that, you come up here to the sketch and hit upload. And what it will do is it will compile this. You see this right here? So it's turning these instructions into code that the computer understands. And then it's going to send that out to the chip. You can see we've got a blinking LED. Yay! So our first program is a roaring success. In our next episode, we'll connect up the breadboard with an external LED and we'll get it to light up. But for now, thanks for watching. and they said, hey, we want you to take a look at one of our products and review it. If I could talk today. Yeah.